I spent pretty much the whole day yesterday playing Fortnite on this MacBook Neo, and honestly it was a really fun experience. The game was running at around 55 to 60 FPS and it's worked great with both a controllers and a keyboard and mouse. It's run 100% locally on this Mac, no cloud gamings, no emulators, and the best part is completely free to play. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to install it on this MacBook Neo and what setting to use to get the best performance. And last but not least, what are a few things you should keep in mind before installing it on your Mac. So the first thing you need to know, this is not the desktop version of Fortnite. As you probably know already, Fortnite has been banned on Apple App Store for years now. So there's no official Mac version. The only way to play it on this Mac is by using the mobile version. And that is possible thanks to a tool called 𝐅𝐴𝐻𝐻 Assistant. It basically lets you download the latest Fortnite IPAs and apply necessary patches to make it run properly on Mac. The tool is completely open source and free to use. But if you can, consider supporting the developer with a cup of coffee. I'll leave the link down below if you want to check that out. And since this isn't an official way to play Fortnite, there's always a chance it could lead to a ban. From what I've seen so far, I haven't come across anyone saying it actually happened to them. But just to be safe, I would recommend creating a separate Epic account to play on your Mac. And last but not least, keep in mind this method only worked for about 7 days. After that, the app expired because of Apple licensing, so you will have to go through the process over again. For me, it's fine since it is free. But yeah, I can see how that might get a bit annoying for some people. And unless you have a paid Apple developer account, there is really no way around it. But if you like FPS mobile game like Fortnite but don't want to deal with all that setup, you can also just install an Android emulator like Moomoo Player Pro. It basically works like an Android tablet. You get access to the Play Store and you can download FPS games like PUBG Mobile, Free Fire, Genshin Impact, and a bunch more. If you want to check that out, I'll leave the install video in the description below. But for now, let's go ahead and install Fortnite on your Mac. This method will work on pretty much all Apple Silicon Mac. And of course, if you have a more powerful Mac, you will get even better performance than you see on this MacBook Neo. So first thing first, we'll need to download the 𝐼𝐴𝐻𝐻 Assistant. Click on the link under this video description and scroll down a bit and click to its latest version on the right side. Now scroll down to the bottom of this page and download the 𝐼𝐴𝐻𝐻 Assistant zip files, and it should be ready in a few seconds. Open it up and heading to the IPA download. Now we'll need to select the IPA file to install, and there'll be 3 versions over here. From regular build, unmodified IPA to Trick IPA. Each version will serve different purposes. You can read its description for more info. But for today's videos, we'll be using the Trick version since it has the most features and optimized for playing on Mac. Just hit to download and wait for about 4 minutes to complete. Now you can see the file is automatically saved onto your download folder. Just leave it there for now and go back to the browser. We are now going to download 𝐶𝐶loadly. To sideload this IPA to your Mac, just download its latest versions and drag the app into the application folder. Once it's done, double click to open it up, and if you haven't installed Rosetta, click to install now. Now open 𝐶𝐶loadly for the first time and you might have this warning appear on your Mac. But don't be worried, just click done and go to privacy and security settings and allow 𝐶𝐶loadly to open. Now click to the IPA section to import the Trick IPA from the download folders and fill in your Apple ID. You'll be asked for your password later, so just to be safe, I would recommend using a separate Apple ID for this. And once you're done, click Start to start the sideloading process. Once it's reached 100%, we'll go back to the 𝐼𝐴𝐻𝐻 Assistant to apply patches to this game. During the process, there will be some authorization needed to be done, like allowing the game to run and giving the 𝐷𝐴𝐻 Assistant full disk access. Just follow the step one by one, same as what I'm doing here on the screen. And once everything is ready, you should see this message. Patch successfully applied, you can now open Fortnite. But wait boy, we are not finished yet. The next step is go into Update Assistant to download all the game data first. It should take around 4 minutes to complete the whole process. And when it's done, we'll click to open Fortnite for the first time. Now you can go ahead to sign with your Epic account. The game data we downloaded earlier only include the Blitz mode. If you want to play all the mode, you actually cannot download them from inside the game. It just doesn't work that way. You'll have to quit the game first, then go back to 𝐷𝐻 Assistant. Head into the Game Access tab. This is where you download all the game mode. You can either download everything or just pick your favorite mode. So just select what you want here, then click download selected access. Once it's done, open Fortnite again. And now as you can see, all the mode you download will be ready to play. That is pretty much how you install Fortnite. Just keep in mind after 7 days, you have to go through the process again to keep the game playable. Now, regarding the in-game control, if you have a controller, it's just like plug and play. Basically no setting needed. And I would say this is probably the best way to play. But I know a lot of you will be still using keyboard and mouse to play. And that is fine as well. 𝐷𝐻 Assistant has a key mapping tool which you can enable it by pressing P key on your keyboard. And on the controller tab, you can start to map key or mouse button to simulate the controller input. And once you finish, remember to save this preset and lock your mouse using the L key for it to work properly. It'll take a bit time to set this thing up and running the way you want it, but you will get used to it. Just remember to save this key map after you're done. Now for the best performance settings, I would say just stick with the medium graphic for the best experience. I did try max setting before, but honestly, I could not really see much different in visual. The only thing I noticed is the game start to stutter even more. If you look at the frame interval graph, you can clearly see it's run a lot more stable on medium setting. And that is pretty much for today. Let me know in the comment what do you think and what do I should try next time with this MacBook Neo. And should you have any question or problem while you installing this game on your Mac, let me know in the comment below. Thank you all for watching and I'll catch you soon in the next one.